used to be.
Make of me a soup of my soul and feed it to the ages. That's what I wanted to say on my tombstone. I think it represents me best. Is that what a tombstone is? Kind of your final words, like your yearbook book. Except now maybe you lived a bit more and can really think of something neat. I haven't always been on the streets, you know. I actually went to high school. Contrary to popular belief, some of us actually had an education. Maybe not a yearbook book. Something stupid like a Led Zeppelin song or something. I don't even remember it now. Oh yeah, but the other day, I was hanging out at Baxter's and I saw this magazine cover. On this cover was this girl I went to high school with. No kidding. There she was, with her big white teeth, smiling at me. She's in some big musical now that's doing really well. They found her singing at some smoky club. Just like that. I always wanted to be a singer. Carrie Ann McKinley. That's her name. She's a big star now, or at least she's gonna be. I lift out of myself at night, sometimes like church bells, or drop through the wells of seeking, rippling, more conscious than I shall ever be awake, more strong. I lift, I drop, I ache, all the hurts wide open, then wake, and life again. The first time I was raped, that wasn't even a rape. I was dating this guy Pablo at the time. He was Puerto Rican, but you didn't know him. He had these beautiful green eyes, blonde hair, and spoke perfect English. He was having this party at his house by the mountains, and all the kids would smoke weed on the trail. I was wasted, smoking, drinking, you name it. So I go up to his room to pass out, and when I come to, there's his roommate, Dolce, eating me out. I looked down and he had my pants and underwear pulled down, and all I could feel was his big, gross mustache. I don't know if you could call that rape, but it was sex. I didn't consent. The other times were my mother's boyfriends. But I don't want to talk about that right now! I want to dance for you. Dancing on a cube, quarks and quasars, screaming, on a bowl of glittering stars. Once, I was a stove. I was a locomotive cinder. I was a book of dirty pictures. I was a smoking fat cigar. I took a dump in the alley last night. Seems the crack dealers burned down the diner that used to let me in. Seems they were convinced the cops had a sting operation going on. Fucking paranoids! The worst part about living on the streets are the people you have to live there with you. I have friends. Sometimes we crash at this abandoned building on Hester Street. I like it there. Feels like we're family. Sometimes I sing to everyone as they fall asleep. I'm almost as good as Carrie Ann McKinley. because you hadn't held my hand in over a year. I left you because you couldn't understand why it took me so long to eat breakfast and get dressed in the morning. I left you because you kept buying iguanas and hedgehogs and geese and leaving them with me while you went off to Germany and Brazil and Paris and anywhere on the fucking planet but home. And I still have that bird because he, by the way, has a special diet. I left you because when I lost my job, you screamed at me and hit me. You made me want to scream and hit myself. And then you threw a Mickey Mouse phone at me and wanted to take me for stitches when my head was bleeding. And then you yelled at me even more when the dog was going to bite you because he couldn't stand the sound of your voice yelling at me anymore! I left you because in order to love you, I had to hate myself. I left you because it's not my problem anymore. And I love myself again. My mother loves to travel. I don't know if it's for business or pleasure. I just know she has a lot of boyfriends who love to take her places. I don't even know where she is right now. Some of the kids like to sell their bodies, like prostitutes. I'm sure you've heard that one before. But let me tell you why. Because it's the only way we can get one over on the general public and make some money like the advertisers and big businesses do. Like these ads. You got these real thin, anorexic chicks trying to sell you anything from hot dogs to shaving cream, and you buy this product. If you buy this girl will fuck you. Well, that's what it's saying. Same thing here. The role one plays with hustling has nothing to do with who you really are. Some of my friends take Belle, for example. She's got this sweet, young, curvy body, and she can do whatever she wants with it, because she gives off the impression that you can have her. She doesn't have an MBA to bargain with. She's got a great ass. And on the streets, that gets you a lot further than an MBA could. Yep. That's all some of them got. Not me, though. I make my money doing other things like donating plasma and other odd jobs and such. Some of them last a week or more. This one time, this woman hired me for a whole 2 months. Her husband was a grave digger, and there was this whole big grave digger strike going on. And he could cross the line. So they hired me to cross the line, dig some graves, and give them a little what I got, and they taught me how to do it and got me the job and all. Not easy digging graves. Especially when you gotta dig one for a kid. I had to do that twice. It's gotta be real, square, perfect. Human body's gotta go in there. What cost his leg to you? What worth her eyes? What cost? What price at bloodless distance their lives? Half a cent a stitch? $1 a yarn? A dime or two per shirt? $1 more per skirt? To get them past, to get them through, what cost their youth to you? One of the guys at the house, Nathan and his wife, say they marched on Washington. Said they were mad about abortions and politicians making decisions for them. My mother sure believed in abortion. This one time, when I was little, I was upstairs in my living room. Like I always was. And my mom and her friends were in the basement getting wasted like they always were. And the living room is right on top of the basement. And I heard my mommy say that she wished she would have had an abortion instead of having a kid. it would have made her life so much better. And I believed her. And sometimes, I don't know if I'm a boy or a girl. When he was brand new, he was almost crackling. Kid in the new and blue toughskins. His mom never starched his clothes. She never washed his laundry. He did it all himself. Knew the name of every astronaut, the milestone comic book cosmology, by date, by issue, and by heart. Always the kid with dog poop on his shoe. Dropped his house keys in the sewer. Ruined his brand new hush puppies trying to get him. Lost his wallet. Would have gotten beaten for losing his keys. Got his keys. Ruined his shoes. These are the choices that we make. Always the kid with the crustless cheese on white. Always the kid with the bruised apple. Never had a scooter pie. Never had a decent buzz. Never had a chance.